Hello and welcome to the video. I'm George,
And I'm Ryan.
and we're just going to review Automatron today. It's just two of us out of the three Fiji boys because Tom is a broke boy and doesn't have the season pass. So what we're going to talk about first is the robot customization, and this is just going to play like a 2.5 minute clip, and it kind of just shows you how deep it is. In my opinion, it's probably the biggest reason to buy it.
Yeah, it's the main purpose of the DLC. It's very in-depth, as you can see, many options for each individual piece. And there's a whole bunch of different options for how much damage protection it does, how much damage, and it all affects carry weight and healthy robot. So, I mean, you just have to look at the little stats. It'll change. But you can really change your robots any way you like. A lot of cool different little armor pieces and whatnot.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing is that it makes certain perks useful that wouldn't be useful before. So, like with the base game, no one is going to use Robotics Expert, but in this, like Robotics Expert is really key. And I already had like Science 4 and Armor 4, so I could do all those. But it also makes use of Blacksmith, which if you're not a melee character, obviously you don't have Blacksmith. But for this, it's nice because you can. Oh, we're actually going through weapons right now. You can have various melee weapons, and some of the melee weapons are pretty cool, so it might be something that you want to invest in. And there's also ranged weapons, and they're pretty powerful, honestly. There's I think I put a Gatling laser on this one, and you can change the voice and the color as well. With this one, you can't change the voice because this is Ada, who's the robot that you get in the very beginning.
Yeah, and like with the robots, there's they're I believe they're called unstable pieces, or like weapons and armor, which basically means that if they're the best obviously, but if you attach them to your robot, they have a chance of breaking during combat, but at the end of combat they will they'll come back to your robot afterwards. But I mean, it's like a little risk reward because you could set up your robot with a whole bunch of unstable weapons, but in battle they might completely all break, so you kind of want to balance it with not something that'll break and stuff that's actually useful.
Yeah, and so this is just a little clip, and after you beat the quest of Automatron, it gives you some Radiant quests, and it's pretty simple. You just it's basically go kill robot, and that's how you solve it. But this really kind of showcases how effective they can be in combat. This is against a tank bot, which is basically just a sentry bot.
Yeah, they're very powerful companions, which is a very strong suit of this DLC. The only problem is sometimes I experience the AI. Sometimes like your robot will just go missing, which I mean it's a bad thing, but you can't expect everything to be 100% perfect. But overall, I think they're better than the actual companions in the actual Fallout game.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's almost to the point where it makes them like obsolete. Like they don't have the robots don't have as much personality as like, you know, Nick Valentine, for example. But in combat, they're 100 times better. And so this clip that you're seeing now is actually it's from the final fight. So we're just gonna talk a little bit about the quest. If you don't want to hear about the quest, then you might just want to exit now. But so basically what happens is, just like most DLCs in the Fallout games, you get a radio signal, and when you get the radio signal, you have to go save this caravan, and when you get there, basically everyone's dead except for Ada, who is a pretty key part of the DLC. She helps you find things and kind of like knows what's going on with these robots. And after that, you are...
Well, not to go into super detail about each quest, giving like spoilers, but it's basically, they're all very simple to follow through. They'll give you the details and you'll go do them, and you won't have any issue with them. The thing is though, this DLC, you probably won't purchase it for the quests because the quests aren't all that great. It's mostly for the moddable robot companions, as you'll find out, because there's just more to do with that. And like, you won't see like, if you're a quest guy, you're not gonna like this DLC. You'll probably want to wait till Far Harbor.
Yeah, I would agree with that. There is probably what would you say, 3 or 4 hours of quests.
Yeah,
if
you take your time with it.
Yeah, if you take your time, and there's some big dungeons, but really like Ryan said, it's for the robot customization, and I think also it does add a new faction of raiders, which are called the Robo Devils.
No,
Rust Devils.
Rust Devils,
Devils. Yeah,
yeah.
sorry. And they're just you can actually find them in the game itself, but which is kind of cool. It kind of adds to the game. But so I think
reviews?
overall 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, I'd probably go around to 7. Not like, I mean, it's a very good DLC. If you want to be like your companions, like you want to customize your own companions to your own will, then this is a for sure DLC to buy.
All right, so thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts in the DM.